Remember when Toyota's off-road option was a couple of TRD stickers and a lift kit? Remember when the Tacomas only had about a couple companies making lift kits for them? Or if you wanted new taillights, you had some Eurochrome LED options and that was about it? Well, since modding your own truck is so 2015, this is a 2025 Toyota Tacoma Trailhunter, because who the hell has time to flip through catalogs to choose what kind of lift kit you want? So, the third generation of Toyota Tacoma. This was released last year after a long-awaited period of time, about 10 years that we have the second generation of the Toyota Tacoma. And while that truck was fantastic, it had a bulletproof V6 engine, it was definitely getting outdated, and we definitely welcome all of this change. Although we lost the V6 and now we have a 2.4 liter four-cylinder under the hood, this Tacoma is a lot more efficient, a lot more modern, and a lot more off-road capable. This isn't just any third-gen Toyota Tacoma, this is the all-new Trailhunter, which means this is an overlanding beast right outside the box. And today we have this example in the gorgeous oxide bronze metallic that Toyota graciously let me have for the week. And without further ado, let's go ahead and take a walk around of it and show you what exactly you get when you get the Trailhunter package on the Tacoma. Under the strutless hood of the Toyota Tacoma Trailhunter, we have the iForce Max powertrain, which from the orange wire you can tell is the hybrid one. This is a 2.4 liter turbocharged engine attached to an 8-speed automatic, and this engine makes 326 horsepower and 465 pound-feet of torque. Yes, that's a monstrous number, especially to the V6 that used to be in this car. Although with all the armor and the steel rock guards underneath this car, it still is a slight improvement in acceleration, nothing crazy, but it definitely feels a lot faster. That is achievable because this is a hybrid truck and not quite the reason for fuel efficiency. And how well does it do? Well, if you want to see that, I did a separate video on how good of a mile per gallon I get out of this thing, link right up here. Go check it out. So as I mentioned, the Trailhunter means you go far with the Tacoma, and because of that there's a lot of aftermarket overlanding parts. That was the choice of overlanders placed into this car from the factory, and also a lot of cool touches Toyota did with the exterior of this thing. Let's go ahead and start with the front end view and this bronze Toyota emblem that is inside of the grille right above the built-in light bar that we have with this generation of the Tacoma. With the Trailhunter, we have our front view camera that's going to help you see what's in front of you when you go over big rocks. We do have rigid fog light bars that are actually switchback LEDs. You can swap them from yellow or white and it looks fantastic at night. We do on the Trailhunter exclusively have not only metal skid plates but steel skid plates, which is a big difference between this one and the TRD Pro. And because of that, this is also the heaviest Toyota Tacoma you can get. It is about 200 and change pounds heavier than the TRD Pro. The Trailhunter gets its own name embossed in the headlights, and these are LEDs and multi-way adjustable, so you can tilt them up and down if you plan on lifting this thing even more. Let's go ahead and take a look at the side profile of this truck, and it is enormous if you haven't noticed. It is damn near a full-size truck at this point, and the particular model we have here is indeed the long bed version of the Tacoma Trailhunter, the 6.5 foot bed, and it will give you a lot more cargo capacity, and it also sets it apart in another way from the TRD Pro. You cannot get anything other than the short bed option on that one. As part of the Trailhunter package, you do get 2.5-inch OME or Old Man Emu shocks that are monotube and external reservoirs in the rear. We do have a frame mounted steel rock rail, which is pretty neat. You're probably going to need those if you're going to take this thing rock crawling. And the wheel and tire package on the Trailhunter is pretty impressive. We do have these Goodyear Wranglers that are 265 70/18s and these Trailhunter exclusive bronze 18-inch wheels. Another included option with the Trailhunter is this ARB metal rack for your bed that you can attach all kinds of camping gear to. Pretty nice. These are plastic on the Trailhunter, and that is very helpful because unlike a lot of the other trims that are painted or gloss black. These don't get scratched up, and if they do, you don't have to go paint match them later, you just go swap it with another one. And we do on the Trailhunter exclusively have a metal ARB rear bumper with these red recovery hooks that look pretty sweet and are pretty functional. On the other side of the Tacoma Trailhunter, you can see the most unique feature that it does have, and that is this raised air intake, or as us commoners call it, a snorkel. And this thing makes some insane noises. So all the new Tacomas actually have the button inside the taillight to electronically drop the tailgate up and down, so pretty convenient. And this reveals our 6.5 foot bed lined, which is an option on this one, bed, and it comes with all these nice tie down points that are slidable all the way up and down. We have Tacoma embossed inside the bed, and you can see the inside of the ARB rack. We do have some more points and mounts. We do, in the bed of the Toyota Tacoma Trailhunter, have a handy dandy air compressor, so you can air down without having to worry about airing back up somewhere in a gas station. You have it all on board and you can hook it up and be back on the road. Now that we've seen the awesome exterior of the Trailhunter, let's go ahead and hop in the interior, because it's 110 degrees and the truck has a pretty cool interior. Let's go. As you can see, the interior of the 3rd generation Tacoma is a huge upgrade, and the Trailhunter is just that next step up. We have this massive 14-inch infotainment screen in here, and it is connected to some of the best Toyota sound systems that I've heard. It is the JBL audio, and it comes with a dash speaker that is removable. You can actually take this to your campsite and enjoy some tunes outside of the vehicle. But let's pop that back in and take a look at the rest of the features in here. The Trailhunter does come with heated and ventilated seats for the driver and the passenger. We do also have a heated steering wheel for those cold winter days. We do have a wireless charger over here. Here you can see our shift lever. Pretty classic, nothing wrong with that. Love a classic shifter, don't want a knob, don't want a dial. We do have a grab handle for your passenger when you're going on your crazy adventures. Here is your mode selector for your off-road modes, and also you can use it to go between sport and eco, tow haul mode, and you also have your off-road cruise control and control right over here. We do have our 4 high and 4 low selector right next to it, and these buttons right here control your electronic rear diff lock. We have stabilizer disconnect. Right next to it, this button will show you all your camera, but if you're in park, all it's going to show you is your 4Runner and the egg-shaped surrounding spinning around. You can pause it, but that's about it. But this car has a really good camera system. If you're in gear, this is the view you're going to get. Fantastic bird's eye view, really good front camera, really good rear camera. We have front sides. These help really when you're on some rocks, on some trails that are next to a cliff. You can actually see where your wheels are at. You can attach more cameras to this car, of course, and we do have a bed camera, which is pretty handy if you have stuff in the back and you want to keep them monitored. And of course we have an off-road camera view that is going to project pretty much a combination of views that are useful, plus your pitch and yaw right there. Additional to the camera system, this car does have a camera for your rear view mirror that you can turn on like that. If you have the bed full, this is very helpful, so you can see behind yourself. So not only this truck has the trailer backup guide, which helps you back it up, it does come with a trailer brake controller, and it's equipped with an $850 wireless trailer camera system, which is a camera that comes with the truck. If you have 3 antennas on the roof, it controls the view, which is a pretty sweet option if you have a trailer that you tow a lot. It is going to transmit the footage behind the trailer into your rear view camera, and you can also see it on your screen. The steering wheel on the Tacoma, the new one, looks fantastic. Lots of buttons, but they are all hard touch buttons. They feel good. One thing that I do have a complaint about is you have your stereo volume on the left side, but your track change is on the right, which makes no sense. I get confused and I end up using the settings for the gauge cluster. Aside that, cruise control, active cruise control, of course. We do have a Toyota Sense 3 system. Like a lot of the modern ones, it does steer for you, it does keep the lanes, it does brake, and it of course has all the emergency braking assists. Works very well as intended. We do have a larger digital gauge cluster compared to the base model versions that is very configurable. Pretty much the inside of left pod and the right pod you can configure many different ways. We do have our mode selector. As you can see, different modes come with different colors and slightly different animations right there. Other than that, the gauge cluster is functional, it's simple, it gets the job done. There's a load of buttons to the left of the driver, and we're gonna start right here. As I mentioned, you can adjust those LED headlights, and that is how. This is your timer for how long the lights turn on after you leave the vehicle. Auto high beams, traction control, that controls your 120 volts. And these are the mini auxiliary buttons right here, so you don't have to go drill holes and add new buttons. If you add more lights, more options to your vehicle, they go right there. This is how you turn on the light bar. Unfortunately, the light bar on the Tacoma only functions when the high beams are on, and the fog lights of course work when the low beams are on. This is your switchback button. They turn on with the knob right here next to the steering wheel, but then you can change the color back and forth with the button down there. Let's go ahead and hop in the back seat of the new Tacoma Trailhunter, and this is where it's starting to look more like a mid-size pickup truck because space is slightly compromised. Of course, this one is the hybrid model and the hybrid battery's under me, so less storage compared to the regular ones. But other than that, you don't notice a whole lot. You have about 4 fingers worth of leg room. We have about the same in terms of headroom. Sitting behind my own seating position, I'm about 5'9". We don't really have some cubbies or anything that comes down as your armrest. The seats do fold forward in case you want more storage, but all you really have is a little bit of room back there for your bottle jack and the subwoofers behind my seat. We do have cup holders right here for your rear passengers. That's pretty nice. We do have, of course, a 120 volt plug and a couple USB-Cs, but what we are lacking back here is AC vents for your rear passengers, unfortunately. That is all I have for the interior of the Tacoma, so without further ado, let's go ahead and hop in the front seat and take it for a spin. Let's go. All right, driving the Tacoma Trailhunter. Man, that's just crazy. It is crazy that a bunch of engineers got together, got a little playful, and approved that to go on a production car. But we're here for it. I absolutely love the sound of that. But the first thing you notice behind the wheel of the Trailhunter, and nonetheless any 4th generation Toyota Tacoma, is the fact that it's big. This is a pretty big truck. It is supposed to be a mid-size truck. It still fits within the mid-size category, but it's grown a lot. This is a big truck now, and if you enjoy driving something like a Tundra, F-150, a Ram, then it fits right in your garage. But if you're like me and you have something like an older Tacoma 4Runner, this might feel a little too big for you. And on the trails, it does feel a little bit bigger and intimidating, especially because this particular one is the long wheelbase. And if you want to see us taking this thing through its paces off-roading, link right up here. We had a blast in this truck. Make sure you don't miss that video. It's a ton of fun, and it shows a lot of the capabilities of this truck. Another thing I noticed about the Trailhunter particularly is that this truck gets looks. All the truck guys know what this thing is, and I've gotten loads of thumbs ups, a lot of broken necks. I just, you know, have a truck guy pass by and just and it's absolutely priceless to see people's enthusiasm for these trucks. Who doesn't love a taco? The hybrid powertrain, you know, is a double-edged sword. Some people like it, some of you might not like it very much, but it does make living with this truck a little easier. The torque that it provides is leaps and bounds above the V6 engine, and on top of that, it's nice to have a pretty seamless, you know, stop-start feature. The truck does sometimes just go into hybrid mode when you're rolling off the line, and it's pretty cool to see that a truck this size can do all that. And you can run the lights, you can actually run a lot of power accessories off of it without having to worry about draining the main battery too much, which is a nice feature. Now this truck does have an eco mode, and it is indeed a hybrid, but don't let that fool you for a second. It is heavy. The Trailhunter is the heaviest one you can get. It comes with steel skid plates and a bunch of other accessories that make it weigh somewhere in the mid 5,000 pounds, and therefore it is not very fuel efficient. It is rated for 22 city, 24 highway, and I did a full test on that. I did hypermile the heck out of this truck to see if I can get anywhere near that, and link right up here if you want to see how that video went. But if you don't absolutely baby this thing, you can't expect anywhere near those EPA numbers. This truck is a bit on the thirstier side. And another thing on this truck being bigger is the seating position. I absolutely love sitting high up looking over this muscular hood. This truck is a statement piece. It definitely has a road presence, and it also has a pretty good presence off-road if you ask me. But let's talk about the elephant in the room. Is the Trailhunter really worth the $66 and change, $67,000 price tag? And to be honest with you, it is to me. It really depends on which way you're looking at this truck. If you're shopping for something you can modify yourself and customize, and you know, it's not your first rodeo, it's your second, third off-road build, you go overlanding every weekend with your buddies, well, this truck is probably not for you. But if you're just looking for a headache-free warranted truck you can buy and go absolutely smash some trails right out of the box, well, this truck makes perfect sense, and it really doesn't have too much competition there. You can talk about the Colorado Bison, that is in the same league, and that one is pretty hardcore. The Ranger Raptor is more of a competitor to the TRD Pro over this truck. This thing is supposed to go far and take you to some on some slower but really tactical adventures, unlike the TRD Pro that's made to go fast over some rough terrain. And with that being said, I want to hear from you guys. Would you consider spending the money and getting yourself a Tacoma Trailhunter, or would you rather get something like a SR5 or a TRD Sport? You can get those for a pretty good deal and pretty much modify it to your liking. Leave your thoughts down in the comments below. I'm really curious what you guys think about this truck, and if you're willing to spend the cash on it, or maybe even go buy yourself a third generation Tacoma with the V6 and the older tech, but you know, more reliability potentially, and a lot bigger of an aftermarket as of right now, and save yourself some money and some headache. Go the path that people have already taken. And if you want to see that comparison, well, you're in luck, because we also did that. Link right up here. We happen to have another Tacoma, a third generation TRD off-road that came out with us and hit almost all the same trails that we did in the Trailhunter. And if you want to see how that one stacks up against this, well, link right up here. Check it out for yourself. But as far as this video goes, this one is over, so smash that thumbs up button if you haven't yet. If you're not subscribed to Seize This Speed, do I even need to say anything else? Come on guys, we got cool stuff. Thank you so much for watching. Have a great day. Peace out, and I'm out.